Hi there, you guys. Excuse my appearance, but today is a day I've been looking forward to for so long. I am starting fence staining. If you guys have been watching my videos, you know this fence has needed staining. It truly is the backdrop to everything, and it just looks bad, truly. I went out and got this bare solid color house and fence wood stain. It's supposed to be good for 10 years, and I got it in the color Slate, which is supposed to be like a dark gray color. I didn't want to go with solid black. I've seen that in a couple of gardens and I just think it's a little bit too stark. I didn't want to go with light gray because I feel like all of my house and all the buildings are light gray, so I felt like I wanted something just a little bit different. So I felt like this dark gray would give it a little bit of contrast while still going with our home. I also purchased this paint sprayer on Amazon, and I just tested everything out because I didn't want to go on camera and show you guys something that didn't look good. And this actually did a really, really good job. And the stain actually turned out really pretty too. I want to show you guys the section that I've already finished. This is the first section I've done. What I did was I power washed the fence, then I let it dry, and now we're staining. So I just want to show you guys this little section that I've done because I think it looks really, really good. Look at that. Doesn't that look really, really nice? I love this color. It's not too dark. It's not too light. It is just right. I hope that it's showing up on camera the same way it does in life because it looks really, really nice. And it makes this fence look so nice and refreshed. I love that I can also use the stain to paint all of the metal as well, because we did have a chain link fence here. They reused the post when they built this wooden privacy fence, but they've always stood out to me, and now I can paint them, they recede. It just makes the fence look like so much more cohesive and such a nice backdrop. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish staining this whole entire section, the garbage can area, and hopefully this mini fence on both sides as well. And that's how much one canister of paint does. It does pretty much a full, probably 6-foot section of fence on one can, which is nice. And I think it's doing a really good job. I can see splatter getting in my garage door. I'm gonna have to abandon that little section and we'll cover that in cardboard and then paint because I don't want to get any more on my garage door. Eek. Really well. I might even do that little section with just a brush or something just so that I don't have to worry about taping up and protecting my garage, because that's a lot. I'm trying to do this the easy way, not the hard way. And about 2 hours later, and the fence is all done. This is the first coat. It'll probably end up getting a second coat, but it looks really, really good. I used about 1/4 of that 5-gallon bucket to do all of this. All of this, and the other side as well. So I'll probably will need one more 5-gallon bucket of stain to be able to do my entire fence, but this is such a great start. And literally it looks so good. It looks like I got a brand new fence and it looks like a new garden, truly. Okay, and this is it the next day, completely dried. And I have to say, it's actually exactly the color that I was looking for. It is a slate gray. It actually dried a lot lighter than the color it was when it went on yesterday. It looked super wet yesterday, and today it looks exactly the color that I picked out. I'm so happy with this. It turned out so well. I may have to do a bit of a touch up on certain spots. I just see a bit of wood peeking through in a couple of places, but then in other places, it looks really, really solid. So I'll probably do a touch-up layer whenever weather permits, because we're about to get a freeze, you guys, and you can only apply this over 40 degrees. So I don't want to risk it. I want to make sure that this lasts a really long time, but this looks so good, and it's literally exactly the color I was looking for. Like, it's truly beautiful. It really, really is. I hope that the camera does it justice because in real life, it's exactly what I wanted. Hi there, you guys. I did something absolutely crazy, but it's something we've been planning on doing, and it's highly necessary. We went to Home Depot and I bought a bunch of emerald green arborvitaes, and by a bunch, I mean a dozen. I have a dozen emerald green arborvitaes here. They're about 3.5 to 4 feet tall, super nice and thick, and they all look great. This was their first shipment of the year, which is when we tend to buy our arborvitaes because then you get the pick of the best ones. And these just look absolutely amazing. Sometimes when they're on a pallet, they'll kind of have a bit of a flatter side, so we tried to pick ones that didn't have as much of that. I think these look nice and rounded, and we got an amazing deal on them because once you hit 12, you get bulk pricing. And so these were supposed to be normally $38.98, but the bulk price if you buy 12 or more was $31.18. So all 12 of these cost just about $400, which I think is an amazing deal. These were highly necessary because one, you guys know that teachers have been parking along our house this past year, and it's been really, really annoying because normally they're not doing that. In years past, they would park at the school or in their parking lot, but now all of a sudden they want to park at our house. So we want to block all the cars because I just don't want to see cars as the backdrop of my home Monday through Friday, 9 months out of the year. In addition to that, we just got the most terrible news probably that any gardener could get. We're having construction done on this street right here, right in front of the elementary school from May 28th through August. And it's gonna be Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So a lot of my videos this year, I think, are going to be voiceover videos. It's just going to be where I have to cut out all of the sound because literally there's going to be construction noise at my house most of this summer, which is absolutely devastating to me. But it is what it is. The street has to be torn up because drains need to be installed. Normally our street becomes like this solid sheet of ice. It's not safe for people coming to pick up and drop off their kids at school. It's also not safe for us because our garage is on this street, so our driveway is on this street, and it makes it very hard to get out of our home during the winter time, particularly when they plow, because there's nowhere for the snow to drain off to. They don't have any drains on this street, so the water just sits and it freezes and it becomes just this solid sheet of ice. So that's what they're fixing, and they're also fixing some underground utilities. It has to be done. Everybody's streets have to be torn up eventually, but it's just not ideal that it has to be done during the growing season and that I have a garden YouTube channel and that, you know, that's not peaceful. But we'll film on the weekends. We'll film in the early mornings because the sun rises super early in the summertime, which is a good thing. So hopefully I'll get some quiet moments, but I have a feeling a lot of projects will just be cutting them out and doing music. I'm gonna go ahead and show you where these emerald green arborvitaes are going to go. We'll place them in their spots and then we'll dig them in. I'm really excited to see this project because when you plant this many trees, it's truly instant impact. And when it's something like this, it's giving me much needed privacy, which I have been craving. Gotta give you guys a Risa moment. She's still biting my hand quite a bit, but she's also a lot more lovey now, which is really, really nice. Even though you're chewing my jacket, that's a no. That's a no. So once you leave our gate, it's this area over here that we really want to start screening off. So obviously we have a weeping Alaskan cedar. We're gonna leave space for it, but we wanna start some trees this way and kind of go over. So probably 1, 2, 3, 4 trees here. So we'll do a V around this dappled willow. 1, 2, 3. Probably keep the dappled willow on our side to enjoy. Do another one. Another one, another one, another one, another one, another one. Just a zigzag all the way over to here where I have a summer gold dogwood. We're gonna leave that space empty to let it shine. And then eventually the plan is to pick up the yew hedge and take it all the way over here and to fill up that little spot right there. So we'll have a yew hedge right here that'll be straight, and then we'll have basically a zigzag of emerald green arborvitaes all the way down. And hopefully that's gonna give us the privacy that I'm in desperate need of because our house obviously is right here. And I'm really looking forward to being able to see just trees out of my window. I think it's gonna be so pretty. All right, you guys, so this is the trees placed. I basically did a straight hedge right here because this bed is really skinny. There's not enough room to kind of zigzag them. So we'll do a straight hedge to here. Eventually, we're gonna add one more right here for balance and symmetry purposes. You guys are gonna see it when I go across the street, exactly what I mean. It gives plenty of space for the weeping Alaskan cedar to grow because it grows about 10 feet wide. So we're giving it an additional 2 feet of space on each side. It may intermingle a little bit with the weeping Alaskan cedars, but this is a very graceful, kind of flowy tree, so it will play well with others. And then we start the zigzag over here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And eventually we're gonna add a 9th one down there as well. So we need 2 more arborvitaes to really finish off this space. But overall, I mean, I can't complain about needing only 2 more trees for estimating a space like this. Now maybe you guys can see what I mean about I need 1 more for balance and symmetry purposes. You see the weeping Alaskan cedar. On the right side, there's a trio of trees. On the left side, there's only 2. I feel like it would look so much better if there was a 3rd tree right there to make that a trio, so that either side had a trio on it. But yeah, overall, I think this is looking really, really good and is going to add some much needed privacy over just a couple of years. It'll give us a little bit of instant evergreen impact, and I cannot wait to see this covered in snow, but it also eventually is going to give us so much privacy, I think, and it's just going to look so, so good. Now time for the fun part, planting. And by fun, I mean, you know, this is the work. But once it's done, it's always such a relief. Ooh, it's a lake. This is why they have to do the street work. It's the first one I've taken up all the way. A tulip, no. It's the first one out of all those holes I dug. I'm kind of impressed. And that is 12 emerald green arborvitaes planted. It looks so pretty, and there's so much green out here. I absolutely love this. I feel like it should have been like this the entire time. So excited to watch these grow in and hopefully give me a privacy hedge. And let me show you guys them from across the street. They look so good. I cannot wait to get the one placed right there and one at the end. But this is an absolutely amazing start to a privacy hedge. From this angle, it truly looks like a little forest over there. It's so pretty. I love these arborvitaes so much.